Joke number 1. A woman was out golfing and hit the ball deep into the woods. When she went to look for it, she found a frog in a trap. The frog said to her, "If you release me from this trap, I will grant you 3 wishes." The woman freed the frog, and the frog said, "Thank you, but I failed to mention that there was a condition to your wishes. Whatever you wish for, your husband will get times 10. The woman said, "That's okay." For her first wish, she wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the world. The frog warned her, "You do realize that this wish will also make your husband the most handsome man in the world, an Adonis whom women will flock to." The woman replied, "That's okay, because I will be the most beautiful woman and he will have eyes only for me. So, Kazam, she's the most beautiful woman in the world." For her second wish, she wanted to be the richest woman in the world. The frog said, "That will make your husband the richest man in the world, and he will be 10 times richer than you." The woman said, "That's okay, because what's mine is his and what's his is mine. So, Kazam, she's the richest woman in the world." The frog then inquired about her third wish, and she answered, "I'd like a mild heart attack." Moral of the story: women are clever. Don't mess with them. Attention female readers. This is the end of the joke for you. Stop here and continue to feel good. Male readers, please scroll down. The man had a heart attack 10 times milder than his wife. Moral of the story: women think they're really smart. Let them continue to think that way and just enjoy the show. Note: if you are a woman and are still reading this, it only goes to show that women never listen. Joke number 2. Judy and Ted got married and had 13 children. Then Ted died of heart disease. She married again, and she and Bob had 7 more children. Bob was killed in a car accident 12 years later. Again, Judy remarried, and this time she and John had 5 more children. Judy finally died after having 25 children. Standing before her coffin, the preacher prayed for her. He thanked the Lord for this very loving woman and said, "Lord, they are finally together." Ethel leaned over and quietly asked her best friend, Margaret, "Margaret, do you think he means her first, second, or third husband?" Margaret replied, "I think he means her legs, Ethel." Joke number 3. There once was a girl who wasn't feeling very pretty, so she went to a genie to make her pretty. The genie told her that to make her feel pretty, he would make it so that every time someone apologized to her, her boobs would increase by 1 size. So the girl is walking down the street and someone bumps into her and says, "Oh, I'm sorry," and the woman's boobs went up 1 size. Then someone accidentally stepped on her foot and said, "I'm sorry," and her boobs got 1 size bigger. Then she's walking down the street and a man from India bumps into her and says, "Oh my God, 1,000 apologies." Joke number 4. When Bob found out he was going to inherit a fortune when his sickly father died, he decided he needed a woman to enjoy it with. So one evening, he went to a singles bar where he spotted the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. Her natural beauty took his breath away. "I may look like just an ordinary man," he said as he walked up to her, "but in just a week or 2, my father will die and I'll inherit $20 million. Impressed, the woman went home with him that evening. 3 days later, she became his stepmother.
Joke number 5. A circus owner ran an ad for a lion tamer, and 2 young people showed up. One was a good-looking lad in his mid-20s, and the other was a gorgeous blonde about the same age. The circus owner told them, "I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is one ferocious lion. He ate my last tamer, so you guys better be good or you're history. Here's your equipment: chair, whip, and a gun. Who wants to try out first?" The girl said, "I'll go first." She walked past the chair, the whip, and the gun and stepped right into the lion's cage. The lion started to snarl and pant and began to charge her. About halfway there, she threw open her coat, revealing her beautiful naked body. The lion stopped dead in his tracks, sheepishly crawled up to her, and started licking her ankles. He continued to lick her calves, kissed them, and then rested his head at her feet. The circus owner's mouth was on the floor. He said, I've never seen a display like that in my life.
He then turned to the young man and asked, "Can you top that?" The young man replied, "No problem, just get that lion out of the way."